So I'm a guess that you guys like food. I do too, but I don't have the best relationship with food. I have been dealing with anorexia and BED. Anorexia I've been struggling with since starting the 5th grade, and for BED it's been since 7th grade. Right now I'm currently dealing with a mix of both of them. For anorexia, I started during the 5th grade. I stopped eating for a very long period of time, up to almost a year. And I started doing this because I mistaken the idea of a diet. I thought that going on a diet meant to not eat for a period of time. And so I thought that was the case, so I started doing that. And the reason for why I started to go on a diet was because I was not happy with the body that I had. I didn't want a body that I didn't desire, so I tried improving it by exercising and going on a diet. And that's where I kind of started to go on the wrong path. At first, I would eat for half a week to a whole week unless it was water, and even if I did eat, it was like small portions of food, maybe like a small little cup of food. And I stopped after a year because I would get sick easily, I'd be low on energy, and I just felt hungry all the time. So I stopped after a year. At that point, I was in middle school, 6th grade, and I had the resources, friends, teachers to get help because obviously what I was dealing with was something bigger than I imagined, but at that time I wasn't really confident to ask for help, and instead I was kind of arrogant. So I thought to myself that it's my body, it's my issue, I can deal with it. So that's what I did. But I obviously hurt myself more in the process, and I tried healing myself. At that point in time, I started to think that to counter my anorexia was to eat more. And so whenever I caught myself not eating, I would go to the fridge, get something to eat, and eat. And I would do this for any occasion, and to the point that it became a habit where I would eat whenever I had the chance to. And it became to the point where if I was stressed, sad, mad, any negative feeling, I would eat to feel good. And I caught myself pretty quickly, quicker than I did was my anorexia. So I kind of stopped doing that, but kind of the effects were already there. So by the time I was already in high school, it became into a cycle where I wouldn't eat and I would eat. And even today, I had that issue where I didn't eat until I got home today. It's always been like that, and it's probably going to be like that for a couple more years, but I'm kind of glad that I'm in the cycle, because if not, if I kept my anorexia and I didn't try to counteract it with something else, I probably would have been in the hospital at this point, maybe in a dying state. Was my BED, if that took over my anorexia, probably would have been probably almost the same position. I probably would have been a bit bigger, a bit less happy, and I probably would have been like in some kind of strict diet or probably diabetic at this point. But I do hope to deal with this issue at some other point in time, because right now I don't have kind of the confidence nor the time to kind of get help. But I am going to, and I hope that it works out well for me.